I always think that the constant sharing that you have an offer is always most important. Like the worst offer is one that never gets made. So the more that you can kind of share those offers, the better. And especially when you have engaging stories. All right, ladies and gents, we are back. It's Kim.
And it's John.
JP Fit.
Whoa.
Johnny P.
Can't believe you.
If you have any questions, you can ask them to me. A what? Oh. And he's the rapper, guys. He's the
Friggity fresh flavor.
But yeah, we're back once again, going to get coffee. A little bit later today, so there's a bit more sun out. Had to do some sales calls. It's not 5:30, as John thought it was. But we're back once again with some of the illest behaviors. So, Mr. John, this week in JP Fit, what's been happening? What's been going? And of course, guys, make sure you stay to the end. We will hear the number of new clients in JP Fit will ring up.
It's not serious. It's not ring up. Well, firstly, Kim, thank you for having me on this show today. Thank you to all of our loyal subscribers and followers. And thank you for calling me Mr. John. I really appreciate that. That level of respect is just wonderful. Everything's been going well. Everything's been chugging along, slowly building. It's been interesting trying to get through to more people without like the warm market, I guess. Like I've gone through a massive bunch of the people that I've already had. I've probably spoken to like probably from what I've recorded around like 200 people, which still like pays dividends. And then I've got people that are like just randomly hitting me up because they're seeing reels or they're seeing whatever. And I've started posting a couple of things this week where I've showed some of my client wins and some of the transformations that they've had. So that's been really good. But definitely wanting to keep that rolling. I know we did like a little IG ad before, and pretty much anyone who'd liked that, I sort of went through and sent them a message just saying like, if they thank you for liking the post, whatever, like if you need any help, you know where to find me. But I was too efficient at that. So Instagram like banned me for a minute. Yeah, they were like, hold on, bruh. You're a robot with them robo fingers. So yeah, I guess the thing for me this week has been like trying to continually contact potentially, future clients without, scraping the bottom of the barrel and asking my mum. So, but mum, fitness, where.
Well, look, there's a few things, and it's like I always think that the constant sharing that you have an offer is always most important. Like the worst offer is one that never gets made. So always constantly making sure that, on the back of sharing, engaging posts, testimonials, etc., be like, hey, spots available for this month, or X available this month, message me to keep people active, because there's so often where I know I've done it, where in Christmas time I always try to do salesmas, where I try to make the most sales possible.
Kimmas
and in there. Well, Kimmas is my front end, salesmas is the back end.
Okay,
yeah,
nice.
Internally it's salesmas.
That's short, bro.
Is what we do. So we like to try and bring in as many people as possible. And I remember every day I was like talking about our products, our services, and one person was like, "Oh, I didn't even know you had a mastermind." And I was like, post about it all the time. He's like, yeah, but you never like offered it up. And I was like, well, there you go. So the more that you can kind of share those offers, the better. And especially when you have engaging stories. So one of my buddies, Matt Smith, who came and spoke at a mastermind once, his strategy. So he works with the roofers, and you can tell by his content, like he always shares bet on red because he's a redhead. Right. So he always says that, but it's always with like a scantily clad photo of like Scarlett Johansson or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like, it's always with like a sexually provocative photo or a few like, interesting ones from that perspective that he shares. But it's because he works with roofers. He works with like people in like construction and things like that, where like that attracts them. Then he hits testimonials, and then they see the testimonials. Then he makes an offer being like, if you want this, like gamble responsibly, bet on yourself, come and speak to me. So he builds up the engagement in stories.
Because they're always trying to stay on top of things, eh?
Yeah. And then it's, sorry. Oh gosh. Yeah. But yeah, from that perspective, it works really well because you bring people in, engage.
Yeah.
And then it's like, then from there you share your testimonials. They see them. Then he shares like, basically hit me up sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I think if you do stuff like that, that's one avenue.
So what I'm hearing is I need to post scantily clad photos of myself.
Well, it depends on
Well, technically I already do, really, don't I?
I can't remember the last time I've seen. This is the only time I see you with a shirt on.
Yeah, it's just a Thursday shirt on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one angle, and the other is obviously content. And I was chatting with another client the other day, and friend, and we've done work together. She's done work for us, and vice versa. Nikki Milne. So what she said works the best at the moment that she's seeing is obviously number one, making sure you really hone in on niche. So exactly the types of people that you want to work with, so that they can make your content that much more specific. And then she just uses a lot of B-roll with text over the top, which makes making content so much easier as well. You have to do a 16-part deadlift series on how to get your deadlift from X to Y. It's like you can talk about the problems that people face every day when it's like, cool. Like if you ever feel like you're lacking motivation to go to the gym, just go there, go on a bike for 5 minutes, and your mood will change and you'll want to train anyway. But it's about getting yourself there and taking those steps and things like that. So that sort of content, I think if you start to put that out as well, maybe even just only on your JP Fit page rather than your Johnny P page, which is your music page, so then it's not just fitness on there. You should probably see some and yield some results from that as well.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think sometimes I'll post some stuff, like even with the testimonials, I'll have like a little thing in the corner, like, like DM me, but it's like, I need to be like, there's still some spots, because pretty much where I'm at now, I want to make sure that like the next 10, maybe 20 people are like foundation members.
Yeah.
So they'll get like a better deal anyways. But then after that, it's going to get just too big for me to be able to, provide everyone with like a daily check-in, like I've been doing with a lot of my clients. But yeah, that's a really good thing, having like the tag there and actually having an offer there as well. And I think you're right with the amount of questions that come up in the group or from my clients about like, oh, like what's the go with creatine? What's the go with this? Like, oh, I'm struggling with motivation. And I have the same conversation about like, motivation doesn't matter. Discipline is what matters. And we just need to build that. Like if you hop in the car with your gym stuff and drive to the gym, you're going to go to the gym. Like you're not going to just get there and probably do nothing. Like the likelihood is very small.
Yeah.
Put your music on, get yourself amped up, So
I know I would trick myself every morning at 5 o'clock. I just get ready, jump in the car, and then I'm like autopilot. I'm like, oh, I'm at the gym. Better go to the gym now. Can't I? Just jump out and go home from here.
While I sleep and think, oh, I'm at the gym as well. No, it's cool. That's very helpful.
Nice. And let's wrap this one up, guys, for this week. How many clients are we at?
Well, they say Earth is boring, but I like heaven. The number that I have is 27. Boom, boom.
27, guys.
Not bad.
Not bad. Make sure you guys stay tuned every week to see the progress, see how we go, see what hurdles and fun things we face. Until next week,
it has been a
peace.
8-minute coffee chat. 8-minute and 12-second coffee chat. Boom.
Bye. Bye.